Yo, it's Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider, and for some reason my neck is looking around, but whatever. Who you be?
And this is Samir, the King in Black.
And we are the Angry Blerds podcast.
Where the nerds are black and the nerds are angry.
Yes, we are. This might make Samir angry. I personally don't care. This just actually happened maybe like 15, 20 minutes ago at the time of recording. Zach Galifianakis has been attached to the live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch.
Okay, one more time?
Zach Galifianakis has been attached to star in the live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch.
Why would that make me mad?
I don't know. Don't you got an issue with Zach Galifianakis?
No. Why would I have an issue with Zach Galifianakis? What did he do to me?
Man. I don't know.
If anything, I had an issue with Seth Rogen for a while because he cast himself as the lead of Green Hornet.
But man, I'm just saying, I can't keep up with who's on your list of celebrities to hate. Yeah, so far he's the first person to join the cast. We already know how I feel about Disney remakes. I ain't rocking with it. So, speaking of which, we also got the 30-second teaser of The Little Mermaid this week. And we got a little teeny tiny glimpse of Melissa McCarthy as Ursula.
What about DreamWorks remakes?
What did DreamWorks remake?
The live action How to Train Your Dragon.
So no.
Here's my take. All right. How to Train Your Dragon. The first one came out, 2011?
I want to say something like that.
Right. First one came out 2011, and then subsequently, all those movies hold up. Even the first one holds up. It looks great. All those movies look great. There was no reason to remake them this quickly. Okay? What can you do in live action that's going to make it worth it to go to not watch the remake, the animated version?
What did you say to me a couple days ago? A couple podcasts ago. Money, Bernard. Money.
Yes, but be good at what you do. All right. If you suck, no one's going to watch your movie if it doesn't exceed the first one. And those movies are so good, you're setting yourself up to fail. There's no way you can outdo those movies. What can you bring to the table? How are they going to look any better?
I don't know, man. I mean, have we ever had a live action remake of a CG movie? I know we've had like traditional animation done a la Disney and Attack on Titan and every other anime out there or manga. We don't talk about Dragon Ball Evolution.
I can't think of any X at the top of my head. They may have been though.
Yeah, I honestly think this might be the first. But I don't know. But I saw that it's coming to theaters in 2025. I don't know. I might change my mind on this one because it's not a part of my childhood.
What do you mean?
How to Train Your Dragon.
So basically, your stance on Disney remakes is just nostalgia. That makes it worse.
Yes. Hey, man, a lot of live action remakes don't hold up to the original.
Cinderella, 2015.
How long ago was 2015?
A long time ago, but that was a Disney remake. It was a live action remake, and it's better than the animated version, in my opinion. In some regards.
Because you can't say Cruella, you can't say Maleficent. Those aren't remakes. Those are...
Hold on. Cruella was good, though.
It's a spinoff. Yes, but it's a spinoff. It's not a remake of 101 Dalmatians. And even then, you probably could have said the original 101 Dalmatians with Jeff Daniels, Glenn Close, and who played the girlfriend / wife again?
I forget. It was Glenn Close. Glenn Close stole that whole show.
I mean, everyone only cares about Cruella de Vil. No one remembers the name of the actual dog owners. Look at you, see?
Roger, and Anita.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
Why do you remember that?
Because my brain isn't broken, and I watch a lot of Disney films.
It was Jolie Richardson who played Anita.
No one. Who is that?
I guess she stopped acting like in the mid 2000s. Hold on one second. I'm looking at her filmography. See, that's why I hate the podcast sometimes because we just go off. Oh, never mind. No, she was in The Sandman. She did 3 episodes. She was Ethel Chris. She was in a TV movie called The Lost Girl. She was on The Blacklist for 2 episodes. Breach, My Dad's Christmas Date. She's still been acting basically. She was in Red Sparrow, that movie that no one saw unless they wanted to see Jennifer Lawrence's tatas. Snowden, The Messenger, Maggie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Devil's Violinist, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. She played Anita Banger.
Oh, okay.
Banger. Yeah, and she was also on Nip Tuck.
Dang, you remember Nick Tuck? Remember when that show was hot?
The funny thing is, I didn't get into FX until pretty much like all of that was over. So I didn't watch those original FX shows. So like Dirt, Nip Tuck, The Shield, Rescue Me.
Yeah, I didn't like any of those shows either.
Not Nip Tuck. FX got me because they used one of my favorite songs from a international artist, James Morrison, and like all their trailers. It was called the song was called "You Give Me Something." I might play it at the end of the podcast or like put a little snippet. No, just the chorus. It's a good song. It's a good song.
I'm sure
you'll hear that. You can be like, "Oh, that song." Watch, I'm gonna send it to you. You can be like, "Oh, that was the song." But yeah. So yeah, I mean, Jack Galifianakis is in Lilo and Stitch. Who do you think he's gonna be? Think he's gonna be Stitch? I don't think he's gonna be Stitch.
Nah, he's gonna be.
Who was always going after Stitch? Gunther,
yeah.
Whatever his name is. And I'll just say bring Kevin Michael Richardson back.
Well, no Michael Clark Duncan, so
I think Kevin Michael Richardson did the voice for the show. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Kevin Michael Richardson. All right. Apparently, he was also on Uncle Grandpa. He's in the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Oh.
That's live action. That's why I couldn't find it. Yeah, he was Gunther in the Lilo and Stitch series.
All right. Well, anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, Samir, what you got for us, man?
Okay, so Bernard is going to hate this next story.
Why am I going to hate this next story?
So shortly after we recorded last week, there was a breaking news, and Avatar, the Way of Water, surpassed Titanic as the 3rd highest grossing film of all time. But
okay,
the crazy, yeah.
I didn't even want you to bring that up because Titanic is currently been re-released.
I know. So week. They re-released and then they beat him. This man is competing with himself at this point. Who is this guy?
I'm like, why would he bring this up just for James Cameron to knock himself back down? And
my God, he is suffering from success. He's suffering from success. Cue the DJ Khaled meme. Like what? Who is this man? What is his life?
Oh, you mean the album cover?
Yeah, the suffering from he's holding his head, suffering from success.
You said the meme,
because the album cover is a meme. That's why. At this point,
no, it's an album cover. People just decide to write witty things over it just so it correlates with the title of the album.
It's a meme.
I hate you. That's all you got to tell us about James Cameron again?
I just thought it was crazy that this man is fighting with himself over the 3rd spot, and he already got the number 1 spot.
Got me up here typing. Samir tells us some James Cameron news. I'm like,
oh, God. Yeah, I just had to get that housekeeping out of the way to give us an update on that. So currently, Titanic is the 3rd highest grossing film of all time, but shortly, closely followed by The Way of Water. Crazy.
I guess, man. I'm just like, okay. And water is a liquid.
Oh, we got a birthday this past week.
We got several birthdays actually. I'm actually going to knock all those out. So I'm going to start with the people whose birthdays are actually today that we're recording. Jeremy Allen White. A lot of us may know him as Lip from Shameless. That's where he got his start, pretty much. He was in the movie 42. He is also in The Bear.
The what?
He plays The Bear on FX.
Oh.
Yeah, he plays the main character, Carmen. what's the character's name? Carmen Berzado. So yeah, he is actually 32. He also shares a birthday with that guy who we refuse to acknowledge as a Robin, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He's cool in other ways.
Yeah, Jason Ritter, son of John Ritter. He had a show on ABC called Kevin Probably Saves the World, which I'm getting sick and tired of ABC canceling my shows. Denise Richards, Jerry O'Connell. Today is also Bonnie Wright's birthday. Shout out to Jenny Weasley. Renee Russo. That one director who Samir hates.
I got a couple.
Yes.
Bryan Singer?
No, not Bryan Singer. I would have
said Trank? No. Josh Trank?
No. Leave Josh Trank alone.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
Michael Bay.
Oh, yeah, he sucks.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Phillips, you mean?
Really, we going with the old what was the name of that show? Stroker and Who?
Sugar.
He's not even a Diamond. He's a Phillips. Oh God, I missed that show. If you don't know that show, stop listening to this podcast.
You're like, hey, Lou Phillips. Lou Phillips.
He's not even a Diamond. He's a Phillips. Dominic Purcell, who we all know as Heatwave from the Arrowverse, and also Drake from Blade Trinity.
Ugh.
I kind of don't want to say this one, but she did do a horror movie, Paris Hilton.
House of Wax.
Yep. Jim Brown.
Also, leave Paris alone.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, if we didn't watch House of Wax, what would we know Paris Hilton from besides The Simple Life?
And all her other stuff?
What else? What else you got?
Being Rich, Nepo Baby? OG Nepo Baby?
I was going with the sex tape, but thank you, Samir. God damn. And we also got
that sex tape sucked.
Yeah, and we also got to give a happy belated birthday to Mike Shinoda.
Mike Shinoda.
I know that's where you were going.
Go OG.
Yes. Put on some Linkin Park or some Fort Minor. All right. So I got the birthdays out the way.
Did we talk about the music video?
No, we talked about the song. I haven't watched the music video.
Oh, okay. First off, okay.
Samir?
So there.
Samir.
Okay, so
Samir?
I know
they did a music video, but I'm going to say, wow, you really gonna do that? And your wife suffers from seizures?
You know, she in the other room, and I'll make this joke. I'll make this joke later to her. All right. What was I gonna say?
But no, I was gonna say something. I told you we've already had an episode titled "This Time Management Sucks When You're an Adult," bro. What?
3.5 minutes.
I didn't get home until 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I had to plug.
And then once you did all that, you didn't have time to.
I watched The Last of Us because I didn't watch it on Sunday. I've been busy.
I'm sorry. I don't believe you didn't have 3 minutes. I mean, I know you have 3 minutes. You had 3 minutes.
Not really. I've been burnt out from work all week. But yeah, so after I watched The Last of Us,
I don't believe you.
I called you to see if you were ready. You still weren't ready. You were like, I need 5 more minutes. I stopped. I was a little behind, despite the fact that I told you to go ahead and watch it. I took a shower, I then watched it, but then I had to go down to my car and I waited for you, and I didn't think about watching the video. But yeah, so tell us about the video.
Oh, it's a really cool animated music video. I'm not going to break it down. Just go watch it.
But that's why I don't want you saying little blurbs like that. That was like all of 2 seconds. You see, I had to run that a little bit.
Oh, so it was quick, right? Yeah. Oh, like the music video, which you should have watched.
Samir, I am a busy individual, okay?
So busy that they can't spare 3.5 minutes.
Bro, I honestly don't know the last time I've been on YouTube. It might have been when the what trailer dropped? Sunday, when the Flash trailer and stuff dropped. I don't think I've been on YouTube since. All right. So I'm gonna just throw a bunch of MCU news out here and just get it all out the way. All right. So Kevin Feige has said that fewer MCU shows will happen going forward, and they will have more time in between each show's release, so they can have more time to shine. So
I don't like this.
Okay, well, so me and you actually talked about this, and I think you have a valid point because think about it. Ever since Disney Plus kicked off, we've been more or less getting a new Marvel show every other month. So it's been Marvel, Star Wars, Marvel, Star Wars, Marvel, Star Wars, Marvel, Star Wars, Marvel, National Treasure, Lucasfilm. Like, I think this is the longest we've been without a Marvel show because the last one we had was She-Hulk, and that ended September?
Yeah.
And even then, well, guess what? We got a Lucasfilm series in the middle of that because The Mandalorian is coming back in a few weeks. We also got Willow and National Treasure. So.
Willow's dope. But that's the thing, though. Those aren't Marvel properties.
I know. I'm just saying, usually after a Star Wars or Lucasfilm property that's a TV series, we would get a Marvel series. Because think about it, dude. What did we get after WandaVision? Not WandaVision. After Falcon and Winter Soldier, season 1 of The Mandalorian. Then after WandaVision, we got season 1 of The Bad Batch. Then what was the next show after that? What If? I want to say.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then season 2 of The Mandalorian, and then the Book of Boba Fett. I feel like we had a show in between that and it might have been Miss Marvel. I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, give them some time to breathe.
Whatever.
All right. We also found out that Thaddeus Ross will be the president in Captain America: New World Order. I'm sick and tired of the hate that is spreading on the internet about Harrison Ford being recast, and it's not because of his age. It's because, hey, they recast Thaddeus Ross, but they didn't recast Chadwick Boseman. This movie was not in production when William Hurt passed away. So they had time to recast. Okay? Black Panther was starting production when Chadwick Boseman passed. But that's neither here nor there. All right? Some more news. All right. So Kevin Feige also teased that we should be getting some news for Fantastic Four coming very soon. And he said that they have an outline for Spider-Man 4, but their story, the writers are pretty much writing it as we speak. And we also got a poster for the Marvels today, and we also got the announcement that it has been pushed back 4 months. So that original release date of July 28th is now going to be November 10th, and Haunted Mansion will be taking that July spot. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't have an opinion. It's a schedule.
Okay.
I mean,
how do you feel about any of the news I just put out there?
I didn't have a problem with the release window. I love a lot of content, and honestly, having too much content is a good problem to have, in my opinion. And
yeah, but then like you said, stuff doesn't have time to breathe. It's like, hey, 1 minute we're talking about Miss Marvel, the next we're talking about She-Hulk. It's like, we're not going to continue the conversation about Miss Marvel. I guess not. So let's go ahead and talk about She-Hulk.
We talked about Miss Marvel. It was great. I loved it. I want more.
I know. And if you actually zoom in on that poster, Kamala has a new suit.
What? Awesome. Love to see it. I love new costumes.
Yes. So, Samir, talk to us. What you got, man?
Okay, so.
What you got, cuz?
Let me go back here.
Forget it, cuz.
All right, so John Wick 4 has a runtime of 2 hours and 49 minutes. What is this movie going to do? What's going on here?
Keep in mind, that's also credit, so probably going to be really 2.5.
That's still long.
I mean, what was the runtime of John Wick 2? Or 3? Let's look real quick. All right.
Okay, you already checking, so.
Yeah, I got my phone right here in front of me. All right, so the first John Wick was 1 hour and 41 minutes. John Wick Chapter 2, 2 hours and 2 minutes.
Okay.
John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, this one gonna be nuts.
Okay, so let's say roughly 20 more minutes of, action.
Nah, son, this gonna be a lot. It's gonna be balls to the wall. What's the body count gonna be?
Really, dude?
Body count.
But yeah, I can't wait to see it. We did get a new teaser trailer. I I think we got to actually see Bill Skarsgård in this one. And it's nice to see, a lot of people coming back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what was the release date for John Wick Chapter 4 again? March 24th. So that will be the movie after Ant-Man we review, right? Because I don't think there's anything else coming out in between then. I'm going to Flickster real quick to see what else is coming out. And yeah, guys, we obviously didn't review Knock at the Cabin because, like we said before, time management sucks when you're an adult. So, Shazam.
Oh, forgot about that.
Yeah, so we got Shazam. I mean, we watched them. Are we going to review Creed 3? I mean, we got 3 MCU actors in it.
I'm going to watch Creed. I just don't know if is this podcast the right place for Creed 3?
I mean, it's... I don't know. We'll play it by ear. How about that? Heard me?
Yeah.
Damn, man. Can you acknowledge me or something?
Sorry.
I'm literally asking you a question. Like I said,
I got D&D on the brain.
Off in the darkness, basically. What you got? Oh, wait, never mind. It's my turn because you just did the John Wick story.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So... here's some news that I think kind of got Samir a little bit excited, and he can finally say, finally, you admit it. All right. So, Mark Steven Johnson, who was the director of such movies as Ghost Rider and Daredevil, has admitted 20 years later that he over-crammed the story and and apparently he got a lot of blowback for casting Michael Clark Duncan as the Kingpin.
That's not his only. Honestly, if that was the only thing with that movie, I think that would have been a good choice. He did a good job. Honestly, he was not the bad part about that movie.
Go ahead.
Michael Clark Duncan was not the bad.
Get it off your chest, because I already know where you're going to go. Say it.
Okay, the underutilized Colin Farrell's Bullseye, garbage. I don't know what they were doing with Jennifer Garner's Elektra. That was awful. Terrible portrayal of that character. They didn't know what the hell they were doing with that character. Did you do the research?
I'm waiting for him to get this one part off. Go ahead.
Wasted bullshit scenes. How long was that playground scene?
There he goes. That's what I want.
How long? How long, Bernard? Screen time. How long? How much screen time was that?
I don't know. I can look on YouTube for you real quick. You got
that was like probably 10. It was probably 10 minutes.
It was not 10 minutes. Now you just
like 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes.
No reason whatsoever.
It sucked. It was terrible. It was awful.
All right. I mean, you could have kept talking instead of just 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
That was still, it was terrible. What was the? Okay, go a second. And
okay, all right. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna read some of the comments on this because I clicked on the video. So this scene was the coolest thing I ever saw as a kid. Now I'm just like, bro, this is corny AF. It really shows how superhero movies have changed drastically over the past 15 to 20 years. I'm a 2000 kid. Back when I saw this movie, I found this scene to be one of the coolest first meeting of leads. But now I'm watching it as an adult. It seems corny as hell. But this movie and the Elektra movies are my guilty pleasures.
Well, let's see missing.
Somebody said in across the street, Halle Berry was playing basketball. I guess that's a reference to Catwoman.
It was bad. Yeah, Catwoman was all right.
All right.
I'll vote that comment.
All right. So someone said, makes you appreciate how much time Charlie Cox spends not looking at people since his character is meant to be blind. Unlike here, because, Matt was kind of looking towards her. Wow.
Well, Matt looks towards people when he talks.
Yeah. All right. So this is some shade. This is posted from 6 years ago. So this is the highest rated movie. This is the highest rated superhero movie Ben Affleck ever starred in. Think about that.
But that's not Ben Affleck's fault.
All right. For the record, Matt tossed his cane in the air for around 7 seconds, meaning it needed to reach a height of 60 meters or so. He did so casually with the flick of a wrist. Just think somewhere in this city, Tobey Maguire is swinging around. Thank fuck for Netflix and Marvel Studios. Good thing Ben Affleck upgraded. Now he has the best fight scenes on screen. Yeah. Jennifer Garner is amazing. She can kick butt with the best of them.
Ooh,
Somebody said I don't remember looking. I don't remember this movie looking like this when I first saw it.
It's terrible.
All right, but I'm going to read the quote that he said. All right. So Mark Steven Johnson actually said, because I don't know if you remember, but Daredevil actually came out on Valentine's Day. All right. So Mark Steven Johnson said, looking back on it, one of the mistakes I made with the film was wanting to put everything in. I wanted to do Daredevil's origin story, and I wanted to do the Elektra saga, and I wanted to introduce Bullseye and Folie. I wanted everything to be in there, but the film could only support so much. But then things started to feel rushed and not quite right. It's a fan thing. When you know you love something so much and you want to tell it all. All right. And so he was also talking about the blowback of, casting Michael Clark Duncan. So he said, yeah, he got a lot of blowback. It's the strangest catch-22 because you want to have opportunities for everybody. You say, I'm going to pay attention to race. I'm not going to pay attention to race. I'm just going to cast the right person to fit the role. But then you get killed for that by the fans, and they say, hey, Kingpin should be white, or he's not my Kingpin, and that kind of stuff. So he definitely got heat on that, but he doesn't regret the decision at all.
I don't think that wasn't the bad choice of that movie. If that was the only problem with that movie, the movie would have been perfect because Michael Clark Duncan did his job. All right, within the confines of that terrible script and that awful director, he did a good job. In fact, he was probably the only one actually chewing the scene. Because, I'm sorry, Ben Affleck was phoning it in. Jennifer Garner, I don't know what the hell character was doing. And Colin Farrell was I'm like, what? And these are all great actors. They just had poor character development.
Hey, man, don't forget Jon Favreau.
Oh, yeah.
He was happy.
Oh, yeah, the stupid DD scene in the parking garage with the lighter fluid and gasoline. That was probably one of the single most dumbest things ever. So let me set this up for you. So Daredevil foils the crime, beats the guys up, blah blah blah, right? And then leaves for the police to find the evidence, right? Why did he run out and sit there and trace the fluid around the ground in the shape of the D and then hope someone threw a match on it? Is that what we're doing now?
Look, man.
That movie was dumb. It was dumb, dilly dumb.
He said he was sorry, okay?
I know he's like, apology accepted. I wish more shitty directors came out and said they were sorry. He did it. The guy from Dragon Ball Evolution did it. I'm waiting for Josh Trank, and I'm waiting for Bryan Singer. Okay? Michael Bay, fuck you. Also, I would not accept Bryan Singer's apology. I don't care how many times he apologizes. F that guy.
How you going to say his name, then say, nah, I'm not accepting the apology?
I'm still accepting. I still want you to apologize. I'm just going to still spit in your face when you do it. All right?
That's the name of the episode. Michael Bay, fuck you. All right. What do you got, man?
Still playing around here. Okay.
Okay, Gus.
All right, so we have a new Digimon project coming out. Bandai.
God. Didn't you already tell us about this like a few months ago? I really feel like you told us this, and I said neither one of us is going to play it.
That's not true. I'm going to play it. It looks cool. All right, Bandai revealed at its Digimon Con live stream event on Sunday, this past the 11th, essentially, last Sunday. That it will launch the Digimon Seekers project, which will include a novel, a trailer, and merchandise. The project is in its final. The project is the final project to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the franchise.
Look, man, all I'm saying is this: Digimon Adventure 1 and 2, 3 kind of, and that's pretty much where it stops for me. I mean, is Digimon even on Crunchyroll? Like all of it?
Yeah,
because that's kind of where I fell.
It was. I think it was originally on. I think it was mostly on Funimation, if I wasn't mistaken. But they obviously absorbed all that. Now it's all in the same place.
Yeah, because that's where my Digimon stuff.
So the story of the novel centers around Eiji Nagasumi, pictured in the center of the image. We'll post a picture of the image. There's a 19-year-old cracker. I'm assuming that means hacker. Why did I say that? Why not? Okay, hacker. I'm not going to say that again. AG is a lone wolf and an anti-hero and someone who never gives up. He meets the Digimon research professor Ryusenji, and his fate in the Digimon world will begin to change. AG's partner Digimon is Lugamon, pictured in the center below.
Why would you, bro, my guy, you Ron Burgundy, you just read everything?
Yes. Obviously, you're gonna post a picture of it, and I want to describe where the characters are.
Okay, so but you just gonna have me post the same picture twice? So because I only post the picture in the video for like 10 to 15 seconds.
All right, okay, fine. Ron Burgundy.
Picture
but anyway,
center.
All right. Anyways, the characters look dope, and the premise looks pretty cool. I'm actually gonna check this one out. So
yeah. So the story will include 3 groups: crackers. We need to grow up.
Why?
The Digi Police who stop Digimon crimes, and hackers. So there's crackers and
Okay, hang on. Hold on. Stop. You're killing me. All right. Hold on. I'm not sure.
I'm reading that off the
they need to define these terms a little better, because what do crackers do and as opposed to hackers?
Crackers do a lot.
Oh my god!
Be getting out of pocket serving chicken and waffles and watermelon on the first day of Black History Month at a school. What?
Caucasity. All right.
Crackers. All right. Okay. So where's my next story? All right. So, first things first. I mean, there's no speedy recovery for it, but we got to report on it. So Bruce Willis has actually been diagnosed with what is it? Full frontal dementia.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Just frontal lobe dementia.
Yeah. So unfortunately, he did sell his likeness rights for films. So it's just like, man, this stuff is very tricky, because this is actually leading into my next story. Voice actors are having their voices stolen by AI. All right, so I actually saw this on Gizmodo, and I posted it, and I thought this was very, very crazy. All right, so this is actually saying that there's an AI generated program that a lot of people are using nowadays. So one of the people, so a lot of studios are actually trying to get actors and voice actors to sign away their voice rights so they can be used in AI, so they can be run through voice generators. So yeah, so some actors are actually doing this, and some are like, nah, bro, I'm cool. So Frida Worth, who actually does voice work on Apex Legends, said that that this is basically going to be like nickel and diming voice actors and live action actors, because at this point they can just get away with squeezing more performances out of them through voice through AI, and then using those generate performances and never having to compensate said voice actor for their likeness, or never telling the agency that it was done. So this, hey man, Simpsons predicted this back in the earlier seasons. So I don't remember the name of the episode. I kind of want to look it up right now, but hold on, let me look this up real quick. All right, so here we go. Wait, come on now. All right. So, season 8, episode 14 of The Simpsons, the Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie show. When Homer got the job as Poochie, the dog, yes. Do you remember who he ran into on his first day in the sound booth?
Yeah, the voice of Itchy and Scratchy. She does 2 voices.
Oh, okay, yes, you're right. But who also did she provide the voice? Who else what the hell was that? Provide the voice of in that show.
Besides Itchy and Scratchy?
Yeah, she said she provided the voice of a very classic character, and the company screwed her out of her money.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that aspect, but yeah.
Roadrunner.
How'd you get to be so good?
Oh, just experience, I suppose. I started out as Roadrunner.
Meep. You mean meep meep?
No, they only paid me to say it once, then they doubled it up on the soundtrack. Cheap bastards.
That's crazy. Yep.
So yeah, this is actually getting ready to be a very serious issue. So even Steve Blum, the voice we all know and love as Tom from Toonami, posted a tweet that said, "Hey friends, I know AI technology is exciting, but if you see my voice or any characters that I voice on any of these sites, please let me know. Because I have not given my permission and never will. This is highly unethical. We appreciate your support. Thank you." So this is kind of like the same thing where, I love comic book art, right? I love hand-drawn art. I love digital art. I refuse to like AI art. I don't care how cool it looks. I'm part of the hashtag AI art is not art group, okay? Because people spend their entire lives learning to draw to the point where, they break a hand and they got to learn how to redraw, and they continue to get better over time, or sometimes worse, depending on the artist. Rob Liefeld. Like, bro, we've talked about it multiple times. Jim Lee's art in the 80s is not the same art of today.
No.
It's a lot more polished. It's a lot more clean.
Less pockets.
Well, that was a 90s thing. I mean, pouches, not pockets.
Pouches.
So, like, I just can't support, like, this AI-driven future at this point. And, yeah, call me a caveman if you want. But, bro, I think, like, people deserve to be compensated for stuff that they actually do with their hands. I don't care if they're drawing on a tablet, because digital art is the way of the future. I mean, a lot of, comic book artists, they don't really take pen to paper anymore. And if they do, sometimes, it's a long process. And most of the time, those people are just cover artists. Perfect example. Mark Brooks, he does a lot of X-Men covers. He did I think he does all like the Hellfire Gala covers. Mark Brooks hasn't done interiors since, I want to say, All New X-Men. Remember when I started buying All New X-Men after their decimation? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was drawing that for a while. Another person, Eddie Granoff. Eddie Granoff is actually, he still works at Marvel.
Go.
The man has not done interiors in like 15 years. But you know what he does? He does covers. He does concept art for Marvel Studios. I actually tweeted out the guy, Nicholas Draper Ivy. He draws Static. He drew Static Season 1. He's drawing Static Season 2. He's also working on a future Static miniseries that he's going to be writing and drawing. He also did the cover art for the Black Panther soundtrack.
Oh.
So it's just like, I'm a little over the AI stuff right now, man. Like, even, bro, how do you think the Disney animators during Disney's Renaissance would feel about AI stuff? Or even like everybody at Pixar, because a lot of them, they still like physically draw that stuff and just render it to 3D. Like, what's your take on AI?
So my take is a little complicated.
Because we even got people cheating in school using GPT.
It ain't cheating if you don't get caught. All right, so here's my hot take on this, and I don't necessarily have any stake in this because I'm not an artist, but I do appreciate art and I do like to pay artists for what they're due. With that being said, you can't always afford an artist, and instead of trying to lowball them and insult them all together, just grab an AI generator. Like, for instance, my current D&D campaign, we, instead of commissioning an artist to draw our characters, which have been really expensive, we just generated some characters from an AI generator and then called it a day. Not only did we not insult somebody, but hey, we got our characters portraits done.
Move this man!
No one's saying that we can't commend artists. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not saying you can't commend artists for their work and their artistry and their skill. But at the same time, I think pushing for improvements in AI is just inevitable and shouldn't be stagnated.
Yeah, but also like the companies behind the AI, they're very tricky because I mean, unfortunately, we are the first generation of internet users. So it's just like, are we the first generation or the second generation? I would probably say we're the second because the internet was kind of around in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're the second generation of internet users. So we got the good internet. All right. Even though we had to live through dial tones and whatnot. But where the hell was I going with this? Oh, we are the part of the generation who do not read the terms and conditions of websites and whatever that we sign up for. So a very popular AI app that actually came out towards the end of last year, Lenza. So for those of you who did not read the terms and conditions, Lenza's terms and conditions actually say you do not own your art. We own your art. We can take your art and we can post it anywhere. So you can be on our ad and guess what? You won't get a damn dime from it. But we'll take your $7 to AI generate these 8 pictures for you. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's very tricky. All right, Samir.
Okay. So they released images of Lady Gaga and Joker 2, Folie.
Okay, and I got a question for you.
Brother, this guy
To
stinks!
continue rhyming, but why the fuck would you post that? Neither one of us is gonna watch that fucking movie.
I'm sorry, but
we both.
I may watch it because I want to see
Lady
how
Gaga's in it.
No, because I want to see what they go. I do not know what this movie is and how
Some
they can.
musical.
Yes, but how is it going to work as a musical? Is it going to be good as a musical? It's like, it's one thing to say, hey, let's make a musical and let's make it about a man in the Salem Asylum and whatnot. And I don't know what the plot is at this point. But the problem is, it's like, why the Joker? Again, that's the problem I have with this whole franchise, these 2 films. All right?
But you just said you're going to watch it. And the main reason
I am going to watch it, and I'm still angry about it. All right? It's like, okay, let's not call it Gotham. Let's call it New York. Okay, great. Let's strip everything cool from it. Yeah, let's make it super grounded. Okay, great. And let's make it about classism and capitalism and greed and and mistreatment of the mental ill. Great. Why is it about the Joker then? It's like you're going to eat at this point. You're just undermining all these messages because you have to shoehorn in all the DC stuff, which was not that much to begin with. It's like this man could have been anybody. I don't know why he had to be the Joker.
Look, man, I like Todd Phillips. He gave us the Hangover trilogy, but
not all those movies were good.
Fuck the Joker franchise. That's all I'm saying. I actually just saw this. So Viz put a lot of anime episodes up for free. So you can actually watch all of Inuyasha, Death Note, Sailor Moon, and other anime on YouTube.
Yep, for free.
Yeah. So yeah, I actually. And how do you feel about that? Okay, so the first time I actually saw someone actually do this was the Power Rangers page. They are consistently uploading all of Power Rangers from Mighty Morphin to whatever. I don't think the Nickelodeon stuff is. So pretty much maybe the first 25.
Why would I have it? I mean, it's good, I guess. More people can reach the property and enjoy it. Like, I don't know. Why would I have a problem with that?
Okay, so contracts. So, I mean, these people aren't being compensated for, because reruns aren't really a thing anymore. No. Streaming has killed reruns. So it's just like, I always feel a way about that. It's like, bro.
Look, that's what happens, all right? No one cried when the horse-drawn carriage went the way of the dodo bird. I suppose people may have cried when the dodo bird went the way of the dodo bird because extinction is sad. But at the end of the day, when an industry gets taken out by a more advanced industry, that's what happens. Okay?
Yeah, but bro, I just feel bad for those people who will not be getting residual checks from any show that they
need to rework contracts going forward.
They do, but bro, it even sucks with streaming music. I posted it. I think I sent it to you a long time ago. He pretty much purged his Twitter But Darren Hayes of Savage Garden, who I will be going to see in December and towards the end of April, posted a residual check from the streams of one of their very classic songs from their second album, Affirmation. It's streamed specifically for the Animal song. You want to know how much that check was?
$38.
$5.
Why is it so low?
Simple, because streaming sucks.
Hold on, pause though. Okay, so I like Darren Hayes just as much as the next casual guy who knows who Darren Hayes is. But how many streams did he get in a month?
I don't know. He really
like what are his analytics? That's the thing though. Like Taylor Swift's checks are probably a lot bigger.
Yes, because it's Taylor Swift. But I'm saying, bro, like even like people. Okay, like another example. You really think Diddy's like really getting any residual checks from like
No, because Diddy isn't that popular as a music artist. So no.
Okay, who can I use then?
Dre might. I bet Dre is. Eminem is.
Maybe.
I guarantee people are still going back and streaming.
I don't think Dr. Dre. Maybe like a single or two, but no, I don't think anyone.
How much you think people are streaming? Don't Forget About Dre. Like on an average day.
Exactly. I'm talking about a single song. Maybe a few hundred a day.
Probably.
Maybe
I would say thousands. Yeah, well into the thousands, sir. That song is very popular.
Yeah,
there's 500 some odd million people in the U.S.
Samir, but
how many of them are Dr. Dre fans?
Yeah, but that's one song off of an album that had like I want to say 15 tracks.
Yeah, it's a single. It's what everyone knows.
Okay, the next episode as well.
All right, what about a band like My Chemical Romance? All right, Helena, like that's one of their hit singles, right? That's the hit single. That's their first hit single, right? That song probably gets played to death, and they get money off of that. They get residuals. I don't know how much, but they do. Well, but then you got. The problem is a song like that. I don't know how many people had their hands on it. They got the band, obviously, right? Then they got the production crew, whoever, and then they got the record label. So all these people got a ship off the top.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works exactly, but you got Darren Hayes, who is, and also Savage Garden don't hit the same way they used to. All right, they had a bunch of hit singles in the late 90s, early 2000s, and that was it. They're not Destiny's Child. They're not in sync.
Yeah, but even then, you got to think who's streaming. I mean, yeah, you might get the Destiny's Child's greatest hits and the NSYNC greatest hits, but no one's going back to listen to that self-titled album. No one's going back to listen to No Stream.
It doesn't matter as long as the singles are getting hit. That's how streaming works better. It's not the albums; it's singles.
Yeah.
So again, Darren, you love Darren Hayes, but he don't have the fan base that some of the other people do.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you there. He doesn't have the fan base here. He's big over in the
most.
UK.
Yeah, they have YouTube over in UK.
I know, but
so that includes his UK fans, like all across all platforms. Like, what do they use over there? Apple Music.
Yeah, but I think that was just from Spotify.
Okay, so I'm sure Spotify's over there too.
I know. I've just always found that
I think granted streaming does suck and the revenue is a little wonky, but that's a weird artist to pick because it's like he's not as popular as some other ones.
I picked him because I actually had a point of reference. Remember, I said he took a photo of the check. That's why I picked him. I mean, I could go with Meek Mill. He always complaining about him not getting any residuals from streaming.
Well, Meek Mills is. I mean, how popular is Meek Mills?
It's for starters, motherfucker. It's singular. It's not plural. Meek Mill is always getting in some trouble, so he's always popular. You don't remember he just got out of jail like a couple years ago? He just went over to Ghana, shot a music video in the Capitol, and everyone was on his ass. Meek Mill just be meeking. We got to make that a
right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's like he ain't the most popular guy on the block.
He is one of the most popular. Bro,
I remember him dating when he was dating Nicki Minaj.
Bro, dreams and nightmares are still like a thing around the world. They played it at the end of the first episode of Bel Air. I used to rhyme like this to shine like this. I don't know the words.
That was hot, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So it's just like, man.
Can we talk about this cover again? Okay, I'm gonna pause and go backwards.
What
This Marvel's cover is actually kind of fire. This promotional poster.
Okay.
I'm actually now looking at it. It is actually really fire.
Oh, I meant to bring up one thing because I hate the internet, despite the fact that I use it every day, and I would probably kill myself if I didn't have it. So, once again, when stuff like this drops, you know the haters just gonna be, hating and flocking about. So, you know what some idiot said when he commented on the poster?
What's that?
I wonder why the Indian girl's on the ground. Because she can't fly, bitch. The other two can fly.
Yes.
But let's get into some more news. All right. So okay, so this is actually, I mean, you might want to watch this. It's kind of a biography. I'm not sure if you want to watch it, but I'm definitely watching it because I have Apple TV Plus. We actually got a trailer for the Tetris movie. And it's not like Pixels. So it's not or Rampage. This is actually about the origin of Tetris.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, so okay.
Yeah, so it's actually it actually stars Taron Egerton, and who else is in this? One second, let me pull this up real quick because apparently this article decided to not. Okay, well I guess Taron Egerton is just the main star. So, I mean, yes. So who else? I'm looking to see who else is in this movie. I'm sorry. All right, there we go. So Taron Egerton, Toby Jones, Nikita, Yefremov, Anthony Boyle, Ken Yamamura, Rick Yoon, and a few other people we don't know. But yeah, I might check this out. As you know, I'm a sucker for biographies, be it film or, print. Will Smith's books up there too, or Charlamagne's books, Elton John.
Yes, you like biographies.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to check this out. All right. So you want to do one more story before we get into our review of episode 5 of The Last of Us?
Yeah, we got a couple of them. So, do you talk about my I Am Legend 2 in production?
Nah, go ahead, man.
All right, so yeah, Michael B. Jordan is set to star in I Am Legend. I Am Legend 2, and it's set 10 years after the. Is it 10 years? Hang on. Yeah, it will be set decades after the original. So decades, plural, after the original film. Okay, that's cool.
Okay, so here's my issue. So we all saw I Am Legend, right?
Yeah.
How did it
assume? Well, depends on which ending you have.
Theatrical.
So the theatrical, he dies, but the extended alternate version, he lives.
Yes, and I Am Legend 2 is going to be taking place in that alternate ending.
Yes.
It's like, bro, why does he have to live?
Because there were 3 books, sir. It's a 3-part book series.
But Will Smith's not even going to be in it.
Don't matter. We don't need Will Smith no more. All right? It's 2023. Black folks can leave him behind. We don't need him anymore. Okay?
Samir. But the reason I say that is because he lived in the alternate ending. He left with the with old girl and the boy.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, why go with that ending? I mean, everything that happened is still going to happen. He found the cure. Oh wait, no. That's the other thing. Remember, he didn't give them the cure. He just gave old buddy his girl back.
He had the data.
The
lab was still intact. Yeah, the lab was intact. The process he used to cure that girl is still there. He has it.
Okay. I forgot about it. I got to go back and rewatch that. It's on the shelf. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like if people didn't actually own that Blu-ray or decide to, look up that alternate ending on YouTube, they're going to be a little confused. Because I told Loco this, shout out to Loco. I told Loco about this, and he was like, why would they use, he's basically saying the same thing I'm using. Why would you go with the alternate ending? I mean, I need it to make sense. That's like if, for some reason, the Butterfly Effect 2 was a direct sequel to the first Butterfly Effect. So we're going with the alternate ending where Ashton Kutcher went back in time before he was born and choked himself out with the umbilical cord?
Yep. That movie sucks no matter what you do about it.
Hey, man, I'm watching. Yo, it's on HBO Max. It's leaving on my birthday. I'm watching that theatrical cut. I need the good ending, okay? Give me the good ending. And for some reason,
there's no ending that's good in that movie.
Hey. I'm going to stop you right now because I'm going to give you a reason to hate me. I'm going to watch the Butterfly Effect 2 as well.
I don't hate you. I'm just disappointed, Bernard.
Hey, it's better than watching S. Darko. Yeah. Remember that? You see? All right, and on that note, let's get into episode 5 of the last.
Hang on, why are you rushing? What do we have with the time? We gotta look.
55 minutes. I told you I got something to do.
All right, fine.
I'm literally about an hour late.
Okay, let's do it. So,
episode 5 of The Last of Us. Endure and survive. Hold on one second. I don't want to hear about Kelly Pickler's husband killing himself.
Who?
She was on American Idol. He shot himself in their house. It's been like a news alert that's been going off all day. Well, since we've been recording. All right. Here we go. Episode guide. So, episode 5, Endure and Survive. So, as we all know, stars Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. This episode was directed. Don't show me the chance. Just show me. Jeremy Webb, who I believe directed episode 3 and 4 as well. So, yeah. Episode also stars Lamar Jackson as Henry, Melanie Linsky returning as Kathleen, Kevion Woodward as Sam, Jeffrey Pierce, who is the voice in mocap of Tommy in the Game, returns as Perry, and a few other people. So the synopsis is simply this. While attempting to evade the rebels, Joel and Ellie cross paths with the most wanted man in Kansas City, and Kathleen continues her hunt. All right. So, did you watch the behind the episode thing that they always post?
I was told, I didn't watch it, but I was told that the kid is actually deaf.
Yes, he actually is. Bro, you should actually watch that because it gives you all these little tidbits. And
I find it funny that someone who doesn't have 3.5 minutes to watch a groundbreaking music video from a beloved band, all right, coming out of this is a re-release of a undiscovered song, and you ain't had time to watch it, but you got time to watch behind the scenes.
Samir.
Yes.
You just contradict the hell out of yourself.
Why?
You said this is a re-release of an undiscovered song.
Bitch, you know what I mean. All right? Like, really? You don't have time to watch the music video?
Samir, this is literally continuing as the show goes along. It's not like I went on YouTube and watched this. It's literally after the credits.
You can stop watching. That. How long was that behind the scenes stuff? How long was it?
Like a minute and a half?
It could have been that short. You shortened it.
It might have been 2 minutes. It wasn't like a 10-minute thing. They just basically said, they introduced everyone to Kevion and how everyone on the set learned ASL so they can communicate with them and everything. And they thought,
that's cute.
Exactly. See, this is the stuff I'm talking about. You should watch. I'm going to watch the Lost video, okay? But we aren't going to talk about episode 5 of The Last of Us again. Unless for some reason we decide to do a rewatch before season 2 comes out, which we probably won't talk about on the pod, but probably, over the phone or whatever. But so, yeah, that is one deviation that they decided to change from the video game. And obviously the whole Kathleen backstory is also a deviation.
That lady is nuts.
I kind of wanted things to be different for Henry and Sam. I definitely wanted things to be different for Henry and Sam, man.
Why?
Because it's so sad. What do you mean, why? The man kills his brother and killed himself?
Yeah, but it wouldn't. How would that work for the story overall?
I mean, maybe he doesn't kill himself. Yes, your Sam still gets bit, but does Henry actually have to kill himself? I get grief makes you do, terrible things, but there ain't nothing wrong with a little deviation. I mean, we made Sam deaf.
Yeah. Right. But all the roads led to had the same destination.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I was like, damn. So yeah, we kind of start with a flashback, but also like, not a flashback, but more or less a parallel timeline of Kathleen having everyone in Kansas City looking for Henry and Sam.
Yeah, man, that lady is wacko.
And he sees everything that happened with Joel and Ellie when they first got into town, when they went to the gas station, and Joel killing Brian. Was it Brian or Byron? You know what? Don't matter. He did.
Michael? Oh no, Joel killed Brian. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, that's some.
I'm like, who the hell is
the
Michael?
brother? The brother is Michael.
Yes, Kathleen's brother is Michael. And we see the doctor who delivered Kathleen, bringing food to Henry and Sam, and basically all three of them are trying to get out of the city, and obviously he gets caught and he got killed. See episode 4 for more details on that. And Henry tracks down Ellie and Joel, and that's where we pick up from where we left off in episode 4. And he's trying to tell him, I'm the most wanted man in Kansas City, but that's kind of especially after everything that you just did. So we kind of need each other to get out of here. I know the way out, and basically we need you because you the muscle. And man, the scenes with Ellie and Sam when they were down in the bunker, or like the hatch, that was a good scene.
Yeah.
And then they almost made it out, and some old dude up on a perch is he getting his Lee Harvey Oswald on. And Joe sneaks up on him, kills him, and he obviously communicated with Kathleen and told him, hey, Henry and Sam are here with the other 2 people who killed Brian. And they get there. Joe takes out the driver who's driving the lead car, which is ramming all the cars off the road. So we got a clean path to destruction. Henry is obviously about to sacrifice himself, be the quote unquote sacrificial lamb, and that battering ram car that Joe diverted crashes into a building, catches on fire, and collapses on the ground, where the horde of infected that Henry said were driven underground all of a sudden come up, and chaos ensues. And a good chunk of that was live action, but there was a few specks of CG when they first came out the ground.
I barely saw it. I was just like, what?
Yeah. And the bloater, not
the
CG.
Bloater. Nah, full makeup.
Yeah, full prosthetics. And
this is what happens when you put budget into your TV shows.
Keep telling you, Superman and Lois has budget.
Huh? I didn't say nothing about Superman and Lois. What? Huh, kid? What oil? But you cooking?
Read between the lines, okay? Read between the lines. So yeah, chaos ensues. Everyone pretty much splits up. Ellie goes and hides in the car, and she comes across a little gymnast clicker.
Yeah. Apparently, she's an actual contortionist. Like she's a child contortionist.
She is. And this is why Ellie don't need a gun, bro. She's shooting at a truck with a battering ram on it.
What would you want her to do? Now, I'm not saying that was a smart thing to do.
Just run, because now you need ammo, and guess what? You done wasted all your bullets.
Man, you think like a video game. Look, there's no one counting bullets in this show. All right, they're not actually counting. Look, once again, the apocalypse is not cool. Everything slows down. Do you know how many things get manufactured that we take for granted?
I know that, but bullets are scarce in this.
Bullets are the easy part. You can get a guy that can sit there and make bullets and melt lead and put them in a mold and pop them out of various sizes.
No.
What about plastics?
Samir.
I mean, they suck, but they're in everything.
Samir. Huh? Bullets are only made in Georgia, so they're scarce. Remember what Joel said in the first episode. The only things made in Georgia are bullets and drugs.
Yes, we get that. Okay, but no one's mentioning extension cords. How y'all powering anything?
Hydroelectric? Maybe.
Yeah, and then they go to outlets. Like, how do they get electricity to other things? Are they hooking them up with copper cables? Where's the copper coming from? Who's mining the copper for the electricity? Exactly. It's like manufacturing. It's like clothing. All right, what's up with the clothing?
Hey man, we already know what's up with the clothing. Joel wearing a 15-year-old shirt. You saw his bed. You saw that old janky behind bed, bro. That bed done been flipped over, been rotated 98 million times.
I'm like, yo, bruh, paint. Who's making paint? That bag of crayons must be like a fortune. Like you saw the big old bag of
yeah.
Yo, where I got that? Who's making crayons?
Hey man, just finding stuff. You gotta make it work. But so
ain't nobody making books. No one making books.
Nah, man. So
like books are like they're like gold.
Yeah, you gotta hang on to what you got. And so yeah, after the chaos ensues, they all bunker down at a hotel, and Sam reveals to Ellie that he got bit, and she tells him that her blood is magic. Another very heart-wrenching scene. She slices her hand open and puts it on his infected wound, telling him it'll be all right. And he's like, "Stay up with me," and she's like, "I will." And she obviously falls asleep. And the next morning, he's infected, and he tries to take a bite at Ellie. Henry puts down his brother and kills himself.
Yep.
And that's when Joel buries Henry and Sam, and Ellie leaves a note on his arm. I can't remember what the little things are called. It's not an Etch-a-Sketch. It's Magnus something. I can't remember.
I don't know.
But yeah, she left a note that said, "I'm sorry," and they start to head west. And, so yeah, 10 out of 10 for me.
10.0.
Stop with the 0.0, man. We get it, okay? You wanna get under my skin, and you've succeeded, Samir. Can you stop now? We've been doing this podcast for almost 3 years.
We're friends. I already know I'm inside your heart.
So when I choke you out, we're like, yeah, you're in my heart. You're in my heart, Samir.
Okay, Phil Collins.
No, I didn't say you will be in my heart.
All right. Yeah. So I'm excited for the next episode. I want to see Left Behind. Is Left Behind? No. What's next?
Left Behind is the DLC.
What's the next episode? The titles of the episode. One of them is called Left Behind, which is going to tell you Ellie's backstory. Obviously.
Maybe.
No, it's definitely because based on the time frame, that's where they're going to do it. Because in the game, it was during winter when you got her backstory.
Was it?
Yeah, because the Left Behind DLC took place parallel to her in the winter. So she's recounting her time with her friend in winter while Joel was out of commission. Spoiler alert, people.
Yeah, I don't know where you saw Left Behind as an episode title because I'm on IMDb. Episode 5 obviously was Endure and Survive. Episode 6 is titled Kin.
Okay, next one?
That might be Left Behind, but it just says episode.
There you go. The next they leaked all the names. And the next one after Kin is Left Behind. Okay. So that tracks because after they leave Wyoming, they go into winter, which is when Left Behind is told.
Well, it's also winter in Kin. But
winter's long. Yeah. All right, so we wrapping.
Okay, yeah, because on Wikipedia it says episode 7 is Left Behind, and episode 8 is When We Are in Need, and no title for episode 9. But yeah, guys, we are actually going to call it a wrap. So this is Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider, aka I Am Hot. So pit stains galore.
And this is Samir, the King in Black.
That's what happened when you got a $120 ring light illuminating this box. And this is the Angry Blerds podcast.
Join us next time. Same Blerd channel, same Blerd network.
All right, guys. Next week, we will be reviewing Ant-Man and the Wasp. Full spoilers galore. So if you didn't watch it by Friday, I'm sorry, not Friday, because we record on Friday. By Sunday, you might want to skip that episode. But yeah, guys. So we will see you next week. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Love, peace, grease in the Middle East, and all that good stuff. Samir, tell the people goodbye. Deuces. Look at that. Nothing to cut out.